In this video, I will make an image center aligned in various directions and using a few different CSS methods. For example, CSS Flexbox, positioning and grid. Let me show you a finished product. So this is horizontally center and top aligned. This is horizontally and vertically center, and this is vertically center but left aligned, and this one is vertically center but right aligned, and this one is horizontally center but bottom aligned. And I will repeat these 5 examples using CSS position and also CSS grid. Alright, I have a very basic HTML and CSS. Currently in my CSS I only have background image, color, margin padding, and very basic stuff. And my current setup look like this. So we will start using the Flexbox. So in my HTML I have a section for all of these examples, and every section contains a inner div called container, and it has a image of a bulb, and this container has a specific max width and a specific height. So this is why this background and image looks like this. Let's start writing this CSS for this first example. So I will copy this example 1 and select in my CSS, and also I will select this container div. And so first of all we will use display flex, and we will center it. Let me show you once again the example. Horizontally center and top aligned, that means this image will come here. So justify content center. So if I save this, this will come here. You can also add other properties, but it gets the job done. You can also add align items flex start, but we don't need it, it's by default. So, and for this second example, horizontally and vertically center, that means this image will come here. So in my CSS, this is example 2, and it has also has every section has a class name container, and display flex, and justify content center, and also we will use align item center, so it will make it vertically center aligned. So center. So if I save this, you will see that it comes in the x and y axis to the center. And for this third example, vertically center and align the left align, that means this will come here. So to make it fast forward, I'm going to copy this previous CSS and changing this class name and display flex, just so align, if I use align items flex start, justify, let me see this example once again. Vertically center and left align, that means it will come align, so it will be align items center and justify content. So if I save this, this will be perfectly aligned. And for this fourth example, vertically and vertically center, that means this is vertically center, and right aligned, that means this will come here. In my CSS, I'm going to once again copy this and change this class name and display flex. So justify content should be flex end, because we will push it to the right side, and align items should be center. If I save this, so this is how it works, and we have the last example using flex. So horizontally center and bottom align, does mean this will come here. So in my CSS, so display flex and justify content, in this case it will be center, and for vertical align it will be flex end. So if I save this, we will see that it's perfectly aligned. So this ends to the Flexbox examples, and I will achieve the same thing and same 5 examples using CSS positioning. So it also has a class name of example and example 6 and container. So I'm going to just copy these class names for the class names and remove all out everything. So this has a class name of example 6, and for this container I will use position to relative, and I will absolutely position the image. Let me show you the HTML example 6. So we are taking this container as a relative and absolutely position this image to based on this container div. So img and position absolute, and this will be horizontally center and top aligned. That means this image will come here. So for top it will be 0, and on the left side this will push 50%. But this image, let me save this and show you the effect. This image also, we need to also push back this image by its own width. So I will use transform translate x. Translate can accept you can push it back to x axis, y axis, or both. So since we are pushing it back by its height, so we will use x, but if we need to push it back by its height, then we would use translate y. But translate also accept both parameters, for example a comma b, but in our case we only need to push it back by its own width. So translate 50%. This will push it back to the image to the of its own width. So if I save this, this will be perfectly aligned. So this is the example, horizontally center and top aligned. And for this second example, horizontally and vertically center, that means this image will come here. So I'm going to copy this example and paste it here, and everything will be same. Only for this top we will use 50%. Let me remove this transform and show you the effect. So we may, okay, I forgot to change this class name. Anyways, so this is how it puts it. So we need to push it back by its 50% of its height and 50% of its width and height. So in this previously where I was talking about the two properties of translate. So this is what I will use here: transform, translate, and negative 50% and negative 50%. So this will push it back by its own width and height respectively. So if I save this, this will be perfectly center aligned based on x and y axis. So third example is vertically center and left aligned. So in our CSS, I am also going to copy this and change this class name, and in this case this left property should be 0. So left should be 0, and we don't need to use a percentage if I use 0, and top property should be 50%. 50%. If I save this, this is how it looks, but we need to push it back based on y-axis of its own height. So transform, translate y, negative 50%. So this is perfectly aligned, and for this fourth example, vertically center and right aligned. That means this image will go here. So again, I am going to copy this entire CSS and hollow out these properties, and in this case the left property should be 0, and top should be 50%, and we will push it back of its own height. So transform, translate y, and negative 50%. Anyways, let me cut this for now and show you how it looks without it. So I again forgot this class name. So this is how it looks, and we need to push it back by of its own height. So if I save this, this is perfectly aligned. So this is the last example of positioning. So horizontally, it should be horizontally center and bottom aligned. That means this will come here. So in my CSS, I'll paste it here. Every time I forgot to change this class name, so I'll container position element. This will be same, and for this example, we need to push it from the left by 50%, and bottom should be 0, and okay, I showed it before I use translate. So this is how it looks. So you need to push it back of its own width by negative 50%. That means this image will come here. So in my CSS, transform, translate x of negative 50%. So if I save this, this should be perfectly aligned. Alright, this is positioning example is complete, and now I will finish this example by using CSS grid. Okay, and once again horizontally center and top aligned. So let me add this class name. So example, I have serially named these class names and container. So display, I will use display grid here, and let me show you this example one. Horizontally center and top align, that means this image will come here. So display grid and justify contact to center align horizontally, and so only with these two line of CSS you will see that it's perfectly aligned here. So if I save this, this is can you see how easy it is to center align or any align using grid. Anyways, so I'm going to copy this once again and paste it here, and change the class name and hollow out this portion again. And this is the second example. Horizontally and vertically center, that means this will come, this image will come here. So as you might guessed, so this would be justify content center, and align and items also should be center. So if I save this, this is perfectly aligned. And for this third example, vertically center and left align, that means this image will come here. So and in this case I only have to use the align items center. So only with this line this will be aligned here. And for this fourth example, this is vertically center and right align, that means this image will come here. So once again copy this CSS, changing this class name, and justify. In this case, let me show you vertically center and right align, that means this should be justify content should be flex, and flex start is here, flex center is here. So we need to use flex and align items to the center. So align items flex start here, center here, and center. So in this case we have to use the justify content to the flex end, justify content flex end, and align items should be center. So if I save this, so this is perfectly aligned. And this is the last example of using grid. So horizontally center and bottom align, that means this image will come here. So in my CSS once again I am going to copy this and change this class name to 15. And so in my case this should be justify content to the center. And align items should be to the flex end. And if I save this and refresh the page, it's perfectly aligned. So it brings me to the end of this lesson. I will put a link underneath this video, so you can download this whole template and this code. Thanks.